Welcome back to a very special edition of Pod by the BAE. Maybe not special, but at least once a year, the annual fantasy football, only USF players figure out how to divide up the quarterbacks draft is here. And Pod by the BAE is brought to you by HomefieldApparel.com. Use code BAE25 for 15% off your first order at HomefieldApparel.com. Or if you've already used Homefield and gotten some lovely shirts from them, you can use our affiliate code in the description. Link is there. Use that affiliate link and help us both out. So if it's your first time, use code BAE25 for 15% off. If not, use our affiliate link in the description. Gentlemen, we're at the time everyone's hearing this, we're about a week away from kickoff. Is everybody excited? Are you starting to feel it?
I'm shaking in anticipation.
I knew Steeg would be.
I don't miss the rah like preseason stuff. I'm kind of over that. Let's bang some helmets, man.
Yeah, toe needs to meet leather, right? We're ready to go here. We're enough of the camp lies that go out every year. It's time to see what's really going on. So,
are they as together as some would think? Is this the tightest knit group we've ever had? Some are saying.
Many are saying. We'll find out soon. Well, gentlemen, we've got a draft. But before we get to this year, let's take a look back at last year.
Oh, God.
So let me throw that up. We've got a decision to make that will affect many here. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit here.
I honestly, I don't remember my team from last year. Like this might as well be brand
the
new.
worst thing. Steeg, your team was Byron Brown, Jalen Johnson, Naeem Simmons, Josh Hardiman, Peyton Singletary.
Good God.
Michael Williams a second, Jamie Petway, Ben Knox, and Alvin Isaac. Your team, so here's the question. How are we handling the quarterbacks? Are we doing only points in a victory, or are we doing overall points as all three quarterbacks played last year? What do you guys want to do?
I think we should give it all three. I need anything I can get.
How much do you win by if we do?
That it's basically the decider. I win if we do it. I lose if we don't.
Wow, how good was my team?
So here, let's take a look. So here's my team.
Wait,
Bryce Archie.
No, you don't.
Teron,
you don't.
Teron, Steve, you didn't quite make it. You almost got out. Your whole team almost got outscored by Bryce Archie last year.
You know,
we were within
by a baseball player,
professional baseballer. Bryce Archie, Teron Keith, Michael Brown Stevens, the Rockman, Weston Wolf, DJ Harris, Jalen Schuler, K1 Banks, and Jaquan Smith.
Okay, pretty good.
In Nate's team, he did the double running backs, and that helped tremendously. Double running backs and Sean Atkins. So he had Izzy Carter, Kelly Joyner, Sean Atkins, Brandon Winton, Evan Dangler, Rashad Cheney, Mac Harris, Amaris Brown, and Naquan Wright. But Naquan Wright, Sean Atkins, and Kelly Joyner all
what great picks
over that 100-point mark. So
7th round pick for Naquan Wright. What a steal.
That was a big one. That was a steal. So here's what happens if we go and only wins. So if we go only wins, there we go. Nathan edges me out by about 23 points.
Should we should we base it to a poll? Let the viewers.
Who wins, me or Nathan?
No context, just
tight end, tough position.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
For everybody. Receiver, surprisingly tough.
Yeah.
Not much. Sean Atkins, Michael Brown Stevens ended up scoring, I think, the most touchdowns, so that helped a little bit. Nobody picked our good friend Keyshawn Singleton.
I mean, we knew
Nobody
about
picked
Keyshawn
Josh
Singleton.
Porter. Gunnar Greenwald actually was second in the tight end room in receptions last year.
Yikes.
He was tied with Jonathan Eccles with 1 reception, but Jonathan Eccles was second in points for tight ends last year.
1 catch, 59 yards in a tutty, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I think on overall team, I think Nathan probably has the 3 best picks, having Naquan Wright late, Kelly Joyner, and Sean Atkins, which it looks like you took Sean Atkins with the 2nd pick of the draft. So, did you take Izzy Carter instead of Bryce Archie? 9-2, 9-3. Interesting. Went with the high upside there. Well, some fans think you may have been correct in that pick, but we're on to 2025, boys. So, any final thoughts on the 2024?
I suck at this, guys.
How this team won 7 games is beyond me.
Goodness gracious!
You look at some of the receivers last year, and if you are a patron, there is a unbelievably nerdy amount of information about last year's play calling. I just recorded like a 45-minute episode going through basically every down and distance situation. And the passing game was so terrible. Just looking back through, there's very few spots where it was any good. And man coverage ate them alive. So that's somewhat reflected in some of these receiver picks. Steeg, you just picked the wrong running back, basically.
Yeah.
You took Naquan Wright instead of Jalen Johnson.
I figured he might get something, That I was really banking on.
He got 3.3 points.
Yeah.
The big.
I mean, to be fair, he did get something.
He did get something.
And what's shocking is every single one of us had a goose egg somewhere on the roster. I think I had 2.
Yeah, Maris Brown ended up registering 0 points.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, Evan Dangler is a PFF hero, so that's got to count for something.
Impact blocks were not a part of this calculation, unfortunately. Mac Harris on defense. Mac Harris was the number 1 points getter, followed by our point system on defense was somewhat simple.
Convoluted.
Yeah, convoluted, simple. Those mean the same thing, right? 45 for Mac Harris, Jalen Schuler 30.5. Really tackle heavy, basically. If you got a lot of tackles, that helps your points. Sacks and turnovers also helped. But really, it's interesting. Nate had a 4.4, a 3.5, and 2 zeros, and was still able to kind of win with those other picks. Mac Harris, the number 1 point getter on defense, and then Joyner, Atkins, and Wright. Really, really good picks there. So,
I mean, Joyner and Wright were nearly 40% of the yardages and scores last year. So yeah,
they were a good part of it. What helped me is Teron Keith scored a lot more touchdowns than I remember.
Yeah,
he ended up with 8, I think. And I don't know, did he have a kick return touchdown? I feel like he did have a kick return.
Yeah, against Hawaii, he did.
Well, I mean, let me add 6 more, boys.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't really matter, but so there you go. There's last year. So let's move on to this year. And I have assigned us all a team logo for the season. Let's go ahead and go to the wheel to see who gets the first pick.
Love that.
Let me share the wheel. Let's share the wheel here. I don't want anything untoward to happen here. I don't want any sour grapes or anything.
Any shenanigans?
Here's the wheel.
Very good looking wheel.
We've got a handsome wheel here. All right, so this will be for the first pick. Do you guys hear the wheel?
Oh yeah.
Great wheel sound.
Like Plinko.
Do we need to spin twice, or are we going with the result of the wheel here?
All right. The wheel decided.
All right. Second pick here. I guess this could be a choice. I would like the first pick, so I will take that. But this could be a choice to whether you want 2 or 3 when you get the wrapper. Whoever gets this can choose 2 or the wraparound 3.
I'll take 3.
All right. The wheel is just. The wheel is
I like
done.
being right between my favorite boys, you know? It's like,
Oh, yeah, brother.
it's the best sandwich you could ever ask for.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get going here. This is not going to be a difficult one, I don't think here. I'm going to take I'll take Byron Brown, the quarterback here.
Good pick.
Thank you. I'm running to the podium for that one here. All right, so Steeg, you have the second pick. Where would you like to go? The board is yours, and
The board is hot.
open. It is a hot board.
There's a wide variety. Nico Grammatica is available.
Oh my gosh, he could be your flex.
The world is my oyster at this point. You know, I've learned something.
Have you?
I don't learn very often.
That's so nice.
I've learned we're gonna live and die by the running backs at some point in this here thing. So rather than trying to take that gamble, maybe someone gets
Trey Kinkle, come on down.
Did you hear goals?
Wait, do we have a
Talking
walk
about
on
speed?
the roster? Curtavious Norton, give it to me.
Oh, Steeg with a little Cartavius and Norton action. Our good friend from Charlotte. One, two.
We need it. It's Cart Norton at this point, right? It's not gonna be Cartavius. It's gonna be Cart Norton.
I think Cartavius just rolls off the tongue, but
We can do Cartavius. I can learn.
That's
I can
just
learn.
me. That's just me, maybe. All right.
Sam Franklin. Actually, so for posterity's sake, we'll do Keyshawn Singleton and then Sam Franklin.
I fear I may be boxed out at running back, boys.
I fear Chase Garnett is going to be RE fun for you.
All right, Steve, back to you.
We're going to go. I did this last year. I did my good human pick. Mudia Rubin, wide receiver 1.
He may actually be a great pick.
For what? I might have a pick.
All right, Mudia Rubin.
Much like Ryan's chaotic eligibility goblin, it's like a chaotic wide receiver goblin at this point in this offense.
Yes.
We never know.
To that point, I'm going to go Chaz Nimrod here. And then I don't think I dare touch that position too early. Let's go. I think I'm gonna go Mac Harris.
Good pick.
Just
consistent 136 tackles coming up for him.
I feel like the top 2 there are probably a little bit ahead, but I don't know. I think they do have some backups there that can play, so there's probably some points available there. Let's put us in the bottom here, please. Steve, back to you.
My heart is in one place. No, but he's going to be available later, so we're good there. I'm going to go with Mr. Rico Watson the third.
We considering this a defensive lineman?
We'll consider him defensive lineman here.
B-backer, we'll consider that.
B-backer's I want him as a defensive lineman.
Oh, yeah. I always hear his name like Randy Watson. Rico, what?
Rico Watson. He should be a wrestler when he's done.
He's got a great name. All right, Nathan Bond, where are you going here?
So many options, right?
The board is wide open.
Give me Jalen Schuler and Deshaun Rucker.
I'm trying to remember his name. Did I spell his name right? Oh, look
yes.
at that. Look at that. I'm in mid-season form on the names here. All right. Deshaun. So that was 3 and 4 1. Correct? That's the order you wanted in for posterity's sake?
Those guys are close enough that it doesn't really matter. I think I would have gotten a lot of crap if I took Sam Franklin in the first round.
All right, Steeg, back to you.
Ooh, the board gets a little thinner.
Do you draft a guy named after a famous Disney villain just to be able to sing the song?
How much I would love to. How much I would like to draft Ursula, you know?
Probably a great nose. Probably a great nose guard, Ursula.
Probably.
Especially because, like, you want to talk about anchoring into the ground. Like,
exactly.
Tentacles.
I'm going to go Mr. Tavin Ward. Get on that train as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Part of me thinks that no one was like rushing up to get Tavin Ward, but my board's a little boxed right now.
A little box board. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Josh Porter. Just in terms of points per reception, he may pile those up. And then there's no real reason to do this. It's just pure feel here. I think I'm going to go Wyatt Sullivan at tight ends. Surely this is the year that the old tight end coach starts throwing the ball to the tight ends, right, guys?
Well, Seth, as a kind of precursor to what you talk about in the Ponderosa, there's some pretty fascinating tight end stuff in the red zone
targets, baby.
And looking through it a little bit, there's the target share for tight ends and running backs in this offense was lacking.
It's interesting. Yeah, tight ends, especially like in the red zone, it pops way up comparatively to the field. There's like, I think under 5% like in normal down and distance to the field. Yeah. So this is kind of maybe they'll start using more, and then even if they don't, maybe we'll get some touchdowns in the red zone. He seems to be towards the top of that depth chart. So, Steve, back to you.
The heart wants Jaquan Smith. But the heart wanted Nico Grammatico. The heart wants Nico Grammatico as the flex. Y'all better not take him. Precursor to my last pick. The heart yearns for Jaquan Smith. The heart yearns for him. The head is saying Brandon Winton. It's devil and angel on the shoulder. Give me Jaquan. Give me Jaquan here. It's time. Let's have some fun with Jaquan Smith this year, as the kids say.
I was hoping to get Jaquan Smith as my flex again, back-to-back years. Just Old Faithful there as a flex, get me 12 points or whatever.
I gotta tell you, man, wide receiver is barren at this point.
Yeah, the massive drop off.
Well, it's just like, is one of these guys gonna pop or get playing time? I guess is the question. And the other question is how close is to one guy being back from injury? I think that's probably
right. Man,
that's probably the biggest question there.
Goodness gracious. Let me do, I guess, Brandon Winton, because I need to round out the wide receiver room. I don't feel great about it.
It's going to be interesting to see how many guys they roll through there, because there are some young guys that, this seems to happen every year, which is you kind of referenced at the beginning, a little camp buzz for some of these young guys, and then we don't see them all year. So can somebody break out from the camp buzz?
Yeah. So I've got tight end, D-line, and flex left. You know what? This is just a pick solely to kind of really cripple Seth. Give me Alvin Isaac as my flex.
I was worried about that.
That's a mean chess piece.
I was a little worried about that. I didn't think anybody would be so cruel as to do that, but I was incorrect. This is why he went. This is why he's winning. Steeg back.
Cutthroat.
He's cutthroat. No prison
over here. I mean, at this point, like tight end's probably not going to be getting a lot. Linebacker, like the linebacker 3 and 4 is basically like my Erster right now. Actually, well, yeah. Yeah, we need to move Jalen Schuler down to linebacker on the thing. I got very confused for a second. So basically, do I think Chavez Brown or Rocco Nickel are going to have more tackles this year? Rocco Nickel seems like just like a kind of a Mac Harris light, so I'm going to go with him just purely based off of similar position. But like, can I get linebacker 3? Just whoever gets the third most tackles from linebacker, Mac Harris and Jalen Schuler.
Rocco and Nickel.
Also great name. Again, I might have like pro wrestler.
You do have, I'm going to say, right, I mean, you've won the name portion of the draft. So, I mean, every guy has got a great name on this team.
I have to win in something.
Well, you got the names, that's for sure. All right. I'm going to take here. I think I'll take, I don't know. This is a tough position in terms of I don't know how much the numbers that'll get put up here, but I'll take Josh Seliskar just because I think he's going to play a lot. So,
yeah,
I think he can maybe rack up some tackle numbers here. Could be, and look at that, 6'3".
How about it?
Serendipitous. How about that, fellas? All right.
We totally planned that.
Yep.
300%. Yeah, great. I mean, look at us. I'm going to go for it here. I have no idea what the health is of this person, but so I'm going to take a big swing here. I'm going to take Jaden Alexis as a flex. Have we heard anything on Jaden Alexis?
When I went out to practice a couple weeks ago, he was still off to the side working with like the injured folk. So,
well, I'm going to lose out on those 12 points I've gotten for my flex last 3 years, possibly. So we are in we're in dire straits here. All right, Steeg, back to you. Let's see what's the best name left on the board.
Oh, we know what it is. It's Nico Grammatica.
Oh,
Flex Nico Grammatica. Give me the kicker for flex.
this is probably
The safest bet.
unbelievably great
Honestly,
pick.
like
Oh,
as far
absolutely.
as tight ends and quarterbacks left, like I can at least get points here.
Right. So, but are we also like
Oh, no.
counting like negative, like if he misses an extra point or a field goal, or is he getting negative points?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry.
if you want to
No,
be mean to me, yeah.
It depends on how often I update these scores. If it's at the end of the year, then no, it won't be counted. It won't be counted against it. All right.
It's me, huh?
Yes, you need a tight end, a defensive lineman, or a quarterback. It's unfortunate you don't have a flex, so you could take another running back and really just stick it to give me the...
I'm sure Trey Kinkle's played some quarterback in high school. I could just stick him there. Hope for the best. Hope, you know, there's got to be a new Sean Atkins out there to throw the ball. So, you know, I got to. Oh, man.
The big
I
kink.
just. I think Evan Dangler had one target last year. And when I tell you it went straight through this man's hands, it went straight through this man's hands. So much so I remember, I think we were sitting next to each other in the press box, and I said, oh, no. So, give me Jonathan Eccles, I guess.
I think it's a good upside pick there. Good upside pick.
High upside pick.
Just a really high upside pick.
I don't love it, but maybe he's learned how to run block.
Or maybe they just flex him out.
Yeah, at that point,
That might have been it. That might not, like that. You might look back at the end of the year and be like, "Oh, it's."
Seth, respectfully, are you drunk?
That's pretty good. I think like in terms of the tight ends, like he's a guy. Oh, did I put him in D-line? I was like, I didn't think that was that bad of a take, but he was. I mean, everyone recruited him as a defense, as an edge. I can't help it. You know, I'm just
Oh man. So now
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the running back breakdown to look at who's talked about the most on USF's website.
I guess I'll take Gaston Moore since you guys have already blocked in your defensive line, so I can do that, and then I guess what my last pick will be defensive line at the end there. So yeah.
Good pick.
Great pick.
So what? Steeg's up.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I
quarterback
have
and the tight end.
I have to pick Weston Wolf.
Do you?
The Wolf.
I mean, like the chances of like a Tate Crable or Brandon Kube getting meaningful.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I can't like. Have you seen the weight on both of those men? And I say men because I know that they're bigger than me still, even though I'm like 10 years older than them. But I don't trust it. Yeah, nice and sexy. And again, we love the Dangler here, but he's not the pass catching threat that gets us points. He gets us PFF hero points, but no, not in this system here. You know, we look for actual catches here, mates.
All right. I'm really going through it here trying to figure out. I'm looking at the coaches' quotes on all these running backs.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. So we're in trouble here. All right, let's go. All right, so I'll take. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This is a guy that always seems to show up. I don't know if he'll be the dude or not, but I'm gonna go with Fred Gaskin as my defensive back.
Another high upside pick here.
We're going for it at the end of the draft here. And at running back, let's flip a coin here. I'm going to take Nakai Davenport. Yeah,
Okay.
we like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I like it because I'm nice to you, Seth.
thank you.
good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
That's the really bad family feud.
Yes.
Great answer. Great answer. All right. Somebody's going to see this and go, what happened? I should put like 2-1 on there and just really throw everyone off. All right, let's go. Steeg, quarterback. Where are you headed here?
Ooh, oh man.
I don't know if Jordan Smith has any eligibility left.
Yeah, shit. You know, that would have been good. I
That's
noticed
still the greatest pick of all time.
I've never lived it down. I've noticed in our USF football database that we have 4 of the 5 quarterbacks on the roster. So, yeah, give me a lot.
I'll let you see.
The chances of, like, we still got the redshirt eligibility things. He might get, you know, a late game action against like a South Carolina State. Yeah.
My favorite thing about the Jordan Smith pick is that we eventually just said if he takes one snap, you'll win the whole season.
Did I ever tell you guys I DM'd multiple members of the football staff that year, and I said just one Jordan Smith play would make my year, and
one snap and Steeg wins the whole season. It was like a double or nothing on steroids. All right, Mr. Relevant, because nobody's irrelevant in this draft.
Oh, man, got a lot of great options still.
I think the defensive line is such a crapshoot because they rotate guys so much. Nobody's seems like a premier pass rusher, but you know, maybe somebody pops. I don't know. This is probably one of the tougher positions to me, I think.
Literally one guy could have a really good game and then be invisible for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Jari Grant, it may not ever see the field this year.
He's got a bunch of grown men in front of him now.
Do you go with a guy like Jacob Merrifield who kind of put up stats in this conference, or Drake Butler who put up stats in this conference, or do you go on the upside of a Devin Lee who's coming down from an SEC program but didn't really play? And you hear a lot about what he's been able to do on the field. Same with Denard Flowers from Murray State. Do you hope that they pop, or do you go with a Michael Williams who had 6.5 tackles for loss last season? Or an Ira Singleton who finished tied for first amongst defensive linemen last year in sacks with 2.5.
Or do you go with a guy that fights his own teammates on the sideline?
I can't do that.
Oh, okay, let me back out of
that. You know what?
I could sell it for you.
Sure. Give me Devin Lee.
All right.
Big old 99. When's the last time USF had a standout 99?
Well, you're telling me Lloyd Summerall wasn't a standout?
Oh, you're right. My bad. His dad.
He was on my team. You want to? So there's the draft right there. There's the teams. Steve's got Lachlan Hewlett, Cartavius Norton, Moody Rubin, Jaquan Smith, Weston Wolf. On offense, Rico Watson, Rocco Nickel, Tavin Ward, and Nico Grammatica. You truly do have the greatest name. Every single name's got something. There's something.
If you put all of those names just individually, you could probably never suspect that that's a football team.
No,
that looks like a sandwich order.
I'll take a Moody Rubin.
Give me that Weston Wolf special.
Yes. I've got Byron Brown, Nakai Davenport, Chaz Nimrod, Josh Porter, Wyatt Sullivan on offense, Josh Selskar, Matt Harris, Fred Gaskin on defense, and Jaden Alexis, who apparently is still on the mend as my flex. Nathan's got Gaston Moore, Sam Franklin, Keyshawn Singleton, Brandon Winton, Jonathan Eccles on offense, Devin Lee, Jalen Schuler, Deshaun Rucker on defense, and he stole Alvin Isaac right out from under me just to stick it to me. Unfortunate.
I like on paper, I think Steeg has the best team.
Oh, God.
I think he's
God
got.
bless.
I think the skill positions outside of quarterback are so kind of. I think he's going to get. I think he's probably going to have the number one running back in terms of carries, and then receiver, it's kind of all up for grabs. I think Singleton will probably be the number one guy, but how different is that from how many more catches does he get?
Yeah. I think the secret is actually, honest to God, Nico, because he's going to get his opportunities to just put up points.
Yes.
Pretty consistently. So.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. You got me on
breaking the curse
running
this year.
backs. Like I can only imagine Cartavius Store probably gets like RB1 carries, but like having RB2 and 3 in this offense, like that has potential.
You rubbing it in here, Steeg? Is that
Yeah.
you're trying to hurt me? Is that
Like
what you're doing?
you could see like Cartavius and like Sam Franklin being like a Marlon Mack, like Dearness Johnson with like a Alvin Isaac, like Darius Tice thing. But like
Exactly.
Tice was like more of like a change up, but it was like two main guys at all times. I think they just kind of lucked into 3 competent running backs last season. There's still a lot to
Keith
prove.
just like fell in their lap right in their
Right.
summer.
I think they were probably okay with going to, like, obviously they weren't okay going with 2 because they snapped him up real quick.
But they did also have remember they had the K1 Powell injury in the spring. So
right.
maybe he was their third and they were going to rock with 3. I don't know, but
And even then, I didn't really see K1 Powell get more than like 50.
no, I don't think he would have gotten the same. He wasn't as flexible as Keith was.
So I think we could see that sort of shake out. I think Alvin's got some home run speed in him. We'll see if it happens. But like the wide receiver room is just such a you have no idea. Like we all fully assume Keyshawn Singleton is the wide receiver number 1. He's going to get the mass majority of the target share that went to Sean Atkins. But he also has never caught a pass from Byron Brown in a football game. So we don't really have an idea of what the relationship is, the chemistry, the timing that Seth. I mean, we've talked about this for 3 years, how much timing with the wide receivers makes this offense. You got to hope the spring and fall camp has helped them. They don't really get a reprieve with the 3 straight top 25 games. So we might not really know what happens.
How many of these guys would you say, probably have great timing with Byron Brown? You're looking at this. You look at everyone
honestly,
on the board, and maybe
like a Josh Porter.
Brandon Winton, maybe
Jaden Alexis, maybe Brandon Winton because he was there. He was a bowl camp guy, right?
Right.
Yeah,
but I don't know how many reps he was getting with Byron. So
Jaden Alexis had 23 receptions for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns in 2023.
Yeah, he was kind of coming on towards the end of the year, and it seemed like he might have been a guy that had a big role. So that's this year's draft. One more time, we'll go back and look at some previous years just for fun here real quick. This was last year.
Now we can ignore year 1.
Here's the year before. Tight end room's tough. Andrew Mataafa. Remember that?
With Summerall too.
that was me. Yeah, tough pick. 2022. Okay. I was the first team to ever draft Jamie Horn. Let me tell you. I also Timmy McClain. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Man,
you like this is not even 3 years. I forget these people existed.
Jatorian Hansford. I'm gonna also say I was early on Demontre Jacobs.
NFL guy.
I mean, if we're gonna go retroactively give 1,000-point bonuses for every NFL guy on here. All right, Jimmy Horn.
Well, that's rude.
Demontre Jacobs. All right.
All right, so I got Weaver.
You got Antonio Greer
and Weaver. There we go.
Dang it.
Joe is in Colts camp at least, I think. Right?
There you go, Steve.
Didn't draft him. Or no, I did draft him. I totally forgot I did.
Did Chris Matillo make it to the league?
When I drove back up from Greenville, I think I dropped off my rental car at Enterprise, and he got it for me.
That's worth an extra 1,000 points.
Exactly. The chances of Chris Montillo listening to a USF podcast is so slim to none that I hope he punches me in the face for saying that.
My team should just be Team Camp, but I got Will Jones here. Really big on Will Jones. The freaks list. Lloyd Summerall.
Wait, did you have someone? No, not this. Or Rockman, basically, but
I had the Rockman. Yeah.
How's this league? Oh, Jalen Johnson. Yeesh.
Was this the one that I won? I did win. Yeah, because I Tom Brady'd and Wes Welkered it.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, that felt gross. I'm not gonna lie.
This was 2023.
Yeah, this is 23.
Yeah, Jason Littlejohn had basically never had a catch, and then he got 2 touchdowns in a quarter and a half.
And Steve took John Cannon.
Oh God, Braxton Clark. He could have got me points in the ball game if he hadn't. Naeem Simmons. He got me the Rice game.
That Rice game was a big game. Yeah.
Joffrey had a good ball game.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson got me nothing. Gary got me nothing.
The tight end group has just been let's look at the tight end group here.
Black hole.
Chris Carter,
will we ever get
Gunnar Greenwald, Chris Matillo.
We can just get NAs and zeros across the board with tight ends.
Jason Littlejohn, Gunnar Greenwald, Whistle. To Weston Wolf last year. The Dangler. Nobody took Gunnar Greenwald last year. And then here's this year's draft one more time for the folks at home. There it is. All right. Well. Oh, we're all gone. Where'd we go? Hey, we're back. All right. Well, another fun draft year in the books. Turns out that Steeg and I have had some trouble in the past. Nathan's been pretty consistent, so we'll have to turn it on. I do think Steeg had some nice picks here this year. Some the Grammatica pick, like Nathan said, might end up being sneaky pick of the draft. We'll see. Let's see how many zeros I can get. I've had at least one guy scratch almost every year. So, Jane Alexis, come on down. Sorry, buddy. All right, that's it for this week's episode of Pod by the Bay, and we'll be back next week. It's game week next week.
Honest to goodness football.
It's finally here. We'll have a preview. We'll have in-depth preview on the Ponderosa next week. If you're looking for that, check out patreon.com/BayExaminer. You can find that there. We'll be having a Boise State writer on to discuss Boise State. Give you guys a nice in-depth preview. They've got a couple guys popping off in camp apparently, so unfortunate. So we'll be back next week with another episode of Pod by the Bay and Ponderosa. Thank you guys for listening. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.